Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game Boy Wars 3. I am physically and emotionally drained after that last map, but the good news is we are in the home stretch. Welcome to Zone E, the first of the final 3 maps in this playthrough anyways. So first up is map 39. It is definitely very much a breather compared to that last map, but you don't want to underestimate it. So with this map, we're going to see some Navy combat again. The enemy has some aircraft carriers that we'll have to deal with. They can be very threatening towards your air units. And there are also some enemy missiles that you have to watch out for, so checking the range on them is very important. Shame checking enemy ranges wouldn't be a thing until Advanced Wars 1, but whatever. This map is definitely a lot easier because of how vulnerable the HQ is. It's just sitting there, out in the middle of like 4 sea tiles, so the enemy's going to have a very difficult time defending it. Especially once I start getting out all of my units that I've built up over the course of this playthrough. I've built them, I've leveled them up, I've lost a few, but overall they're a pretty awesome army, I must say. And we have a few promotions to deal out. We have a replacement Fighter S. This one's going to avenge its fallen comrades, I just know it. And we have a promoted, we can promote a transport copter which allows it to carry 2 infantry, which is really, really nice. It makes it a much better transporter, so that's what we're going to use. And of course I want to promote the other transport copter in order to give it the same ability. We're going to need our submarines. I don't really think there's any room for the mercenary frigate right now because the warships would just shoot it down. So what we need now is, like, the biggest threat right now is going to be the aircraft carriers. So yeah, I don't really think I need a huge amount of ground forces, but I might as well bring them out just to be safe. Because the enemy actually doesn't start with any air units on this map at all. But they could very much build some with the money they've got. And they might just decide to spend it on transporters, so who knows. Alright, Fighter S. It's your turn to shine. And, I will bring out... I don't think the bomber should come out quite yet. So let's use a battle helicopter instead. Alright, so this first turn they just move everything forward. And I must say that there are some submarines here and an aircraft carrier, but this bottom part of the map is completely irrelevant. You can ignore it completely. And there's a comm tower here, but I can't really imagine anyone would go out of their way to get it. I mean, like, there's 2 comm towers remaining in this playthrough, so I could potentially capture both of them and in order to get a full set of mercenary units, but I don't really see any point to it. Alright, so this carrier is a little concerning. It's way too far away to hit anything that I've got quite yet. And the other one is here. It's gonna move towards the subs and get sunk by them, so this is the only one I have to worry about. You know what, I'm feeling pretty dangerous. I'm gonna try something completely new. Or maybe I will try something new. It would be pretty daring. I would need to get the high movement units out first. Alright, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So just don't go past that mountain line. So you notice that the carrier's range is 4 to 6, which means it's got a pretty big blind spot. So if I'm careful, can I get close enough to fire at something? No. Not quite. So those aircraft carriers have been pretty annoying so far. What if... oh, can this one get any closer to attack something? No. Yeah, I really wish we had that danger zone mechanic from Fire Emblem, the later ones. The ones that let you mark an enemy and it'll show the exact range of the enemy's attacks. That would be super helpful in this game. And I suppose with all of the jets coming out, it's time for the supply plane. And something tells me I should have the bomber out by now, but no matter. It can show up whenever it wants. And no real need for any more ground units, to be totally honest. Like, this is a map where, you know, at this point, ground units, I don't really know if they're still relevant, to be totally honest with you. Alright, so it looks like my idea is not going to work. I was thinking of surrounding the aircraft carrier, but with enemies, with a lot more dangerous enemies in the vicinity, I don't think that's the best plan. I mean, if these warships don't attack enemy air units like I think they do, then it'll be fine. Well, you know what? The worst that can happen is that I would just have to reset the chapter and try again. Chapter. I meant the map. Excuse me. Well, actually, with the carrier in its current position... Oh, it could still attack enemy air units, but it wouldn't do a super lethal amount of damage. But trapping it there doesn't really help much, because I need the submarines to get over there and destroy it. Well, in the meantime, they'll destroy this first carrier. That one is safe. I could potentially go up and around now. So I definitely need to take out this transport plane. It's probably carrying something deadly. And, well, if I get within the carrier's blind spot, then it really doesn't matter too much now, does it? Well, I can't really get close enough without planes. Yes, that was a mistake. So, I'm actually going to show off a trick that I haven't really talked about, because I haven't quite needed it. If you reset the game, and then... You know, the game autosaves at the beginning of every turn, so you can reset, and then you'll be able to pick up right back where you left off. However, this takes you back to the beginning of the turn, so it's almost like one of those turn wheel thingies from modern Fire Emblem. Of course, in Advance Wars, you can save at the beginning of every turn anyways, so... not quite the same thing, but not completely different either. Alright, so the aircraft carrier is going to be able to hit something. So let's hope it aims at something that it will not, in fact, one-shot. I needed to get just a little closer. I still think my plan can work. Oh, but there's also the other aircraft carrier down here. And it can shoot at something. That was a mistake. So, reset. Try again. This time I won't make that same goof. Let's just have the Fighter S attack from here instead. Now the question is, can the carrier reach all the way down there to attack it? Yes, it can. But, you know, I'm one space off. So, reset. You know, this is probably cheating, I know, but it's just so... You know, it's a function they put in the game, I suppose, so taking advantage of it isn't really a problem. I used to do the same thing in Mario Golf. Whenever you suspend play, it just takes you back to the beginning. Oh, hello, S-Rank Transport Copter. In Mario Golf, whenever you suspend play, it takes you back to the beginning of the hole that you suspended on, so if you made a mistake with your shot, you could just reset the hole. And yes, I had Mario Golf as a kid. It was good. Mario Golf was a good game. Alright, so, bomber time. I'm going to stop messing around and, actually play the chapter. The map, excuse me, I keep thinking this is some weird Fire Emblem thing. But, you know, the gameplay has been very similar to Fire Emblem, so it's not too huge a stretch. Alright, so I'll shoot from here, and here. I'm trying to keep as close to the allied port here as possible, because something you can do in this game is, the indirect submarines, they can actually shoot through the terrain with their subs. Like, the mountains and roads and stuff, that doesn't obstruct them from, shooting at stuff. I mean, it made sense for the artillery because they were shooting over things, right? But for the subs, they have to shoot under the water. This happens with the warships, too. It's just another one of those weird Advance Wars things, like blocking a fighter with infantry. Don't capture my port, that's not nice. Of course, it doesn't really matter much to me. Oh, something took a hit. I hope nothing important took a hit, but I think something took a hit. Nothing is dead. But what took... Oh. The aircraft carrier shot at the Fighter S. Okay. So it looks like Fighter S is out of commission already. Alright, so can I... Oh, it's not close enough. Alright, I don't want the subs to have to go all the way around. So after I get rid of this annoying infantry, we're gonna do this. So my idea, as I failed to demonstrate, was to trap the aircraft carrier like so. The units that I use to trap it are going to take a big hit because the aircraft carrier can still attack directly. It's still a direct combat unit. But as long as my important units keep it stuck like so, then I'm perfectly, well, I'm not perfectly safe, but it can only realistically attack one enemy unit, right? So as long as it doesn't do a massive amount of damage, you can actually play around in its blind spot, and you'll be perfectly okay. Its direct combat weapon is way, way weaker than the indirect combat weapon. That's the theory anyways. I've actually never done this before. So, you know, it's always nice to try something new in an LP when you're not sure if it's going to work. And then be completely embarrassed and have to, you know, erase the footage and try again, right? I mean, I've already made a few mistakes. Gotta watch the aircraft carrier down there. It could get close enough. No, it's not close enough. I'm not touching that infantry, though. I would love to, but I can't. So I'll go... it looks like this is okay. Well, actually, I want to go up to here. Yeah. If I go up to here, then the HQ should be within reach. How far can I move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm just short. It'll take one more turn. But that's fine. I need to spend the turn on bombs anyways. So some backup units. There's no real way to hit the aircraft carrier with like a bomber or something, because I don't think most air units do enough damage to make it viable. And at this point, I don't want to move the supply plane closer. It's very weak. It could get hit. So there's only one space for the aircraft carrier to move, and I'm actually hoping it moves there. Alright, let's see what it does. It hit something. I don't know what. Oh, that's an ouch. Okay, just a little bit closer. I just need to get a little bit closer. What was hit? Nothing was destroyed, so that's good. There's no missiles or anything here, so as long as we get close enough... By the way, that's the power of the promoted transport copter's little rocket. Pretty nice. So this might be dangerous, because I'm thrusting the bomber straight into the enemy territory if I do that. Let's get rid of this first. And I need to clear out this transport copter. It's gonna get in the way if I just let it sit there. I could actually get close enough to obliterate this APC. So if I actually... See, this is the reason the HQ is actually in a very vulnerable position, because Now there's not really a lot of units that can attack this bomber because there's only 2 spots to attack from. Oh, but the missile could be... Oh boy. Well, it's not gonna one-shot anything. That might be the key to victory here. So the other one, I'll stick it right here. And just for safety, unload the mech. And the aircraft carrier down here was able to hit the battle helicopter, so I have to pull it out now. In fact, everything else should probably pull out as well. Yeah, I certainly did go all in, did I not? This could be over in 6 turns. I'm still probably going to, like, do 1 map per video for the last 3 maps. I'm not going to go on to map 42 after this, but this is, as you can see, this map is very quick to clear. Uh-oh. Gotta watch that. Okay. This is fine. No, a fighter B was lost. That was probably one of the high-ranking ones, too. But that's fine. Alright, so we lost just 1 fighter B. That's fine. Very easy to produce a new one. And there it is. Alright, so that was an interesting map. Wow, he actually, the enemy actually got like a missile and an artillery all the way over here. That's weird. But then again, the lander can drop units wherever it wants, so that port was where it was going to drop the units. I'm still surprised that only 1 unit actually died. On my side, that is. So get rid of this. I wonder if bombers actually get more EXP when they do lots and lots of damage to the terrain. Not really sure. Maybe it's just based on the number of bombs they drop. But anyways. Again, I'm getting as much EXP out of this as I can before clearing. I'll go ahead and... So as you can see, that map was very much a breather. It didn't even take 20 minutes. Even with a bunch of resets. In order to, I guess, cheat the system. But yeah, I'm definitely going to have just 1 video per map for the remaining maps, because I'm just so exhausted after the previous battle, I guess. This has been exhausting to do. You know, when it comes to RPGs, I've heard that you can either spend lots and lots of time fighting the boss or lots and lots of time grinding. That's kind of what I've heard. So, oh, look, an S-rank mech. What a way to cap off this map. So yeah, that's kind of how it is with this. It took a couple of tries on each map. Like, it wasn't an instant win on every map. I had to kind of work out what I was doing, because it's been a while since I've done this playthrough. Anyways, just 6 turns to complete that map, and you could probably do it in less. So, time attackers, take that into account when you check out this game, and I hope you do check out this game. So, with only 2 maps to go, next up is a pretty interesting map. It's going to be a very open ocean navy map, so that'll be nice. So next time we'll take that on, and then it will be time for the grand finale to Game Boy Wars 3. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.